having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Room here to run. He finds an opening past the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 4 of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the Cowboys will punt it on fourth down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott now on 2nd down. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there on third down. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Presley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They've been moving into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure.
But chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
To return, here's Agnew. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit in for the score. And the Lions add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Here we go. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
The give is to Elliott. And he's got room. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 61 yards that time on the ground. The Cowboys last year, 18 rushing touchdowns, tied for second in the league, and they've got Elliott back there, second and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
It's huge a threat as Ezekiel Elliott is with the ball in his hands in the run game. I have to believe that the Cowboys want to continue to expand him in the passing game. Excellent hands, can run nice routes. They don't just have to throw it to him on screens either. They can make him an integral part of the passing game and increase their offense.
58 catches through his first 2 years, so you expect that total to go up.
I think that he can get 58 catches in 1 year if they choose to concentrate on it.
He's going to get it running right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Lucky 56!
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Well, Zeke's having a great game here, Charles, in the second half. What was the difference rookie season to second season? Because he went from 5.1 yards per carry to 4.1.
Well, inconsistency. Remember, his second year, Zeke was in and out of the lineup a little bit, as well as his offensive line, where the front five pretty much played the entire way his rookie year. Last year, there were guys in and out of the lineup due to injuries as well. Not the same continuity.
Well, things are clicking here in this one for him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running with Elliott. And this winds up at the marker. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Stafford.
All right, that's a deep.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on second down, here's White. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sylvester Williams getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's White, throwing on 3rd and long. It's Williams on the catch. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So here come the Lions now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way that the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, it's Boykin. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. David Irving with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's an excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
That goes for a gain of 31. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run. It's Presley. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Gone! 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 Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
White on 2nd down. Fighting his way through contact. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. Matthew Stafford, 4 game-winning drives a year ago. Remember, he had an NFL record 8 in 2016. What can he and the Lions do here? He'll look to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galloway. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Try and sneak this. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Lions, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.